What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Let me tell you this story that happened a couple weeks ago. Everything is past, so I can talk about it now, right? So as you know, a couple weeks ago when I was in Nigeria, I made a video about this dude. What's his name? Addison or Aiden, whatever his name is, something live, right? The dude's in Romania. It's a black guy. Now he used to talk shit about African Americans all the time. He'll do little man on the streets in Europe and try to hit people with got you questions that people who are going out not thinking about anything but having a good time are not going to be equipped to answer right away, right? It's a tactic that a lot of people use to try to bolster or reinforce whatever point they're trying to make, right? And so this dude, I'll call him Kirby because I keep forgetting his name, right? It starts with an A, but I keep calling him Kirby because he looked like Kirby. Remind me of Kirby, right? And so he's a dancing nigga, right? He dances and he dances for white folks. That's what he does to make money. He dances for white folks, right? And he really likes white people, white places, white nations. And so when he was in Romania, one of the most racist places in Europe, and I guess he decided, I think he was there for like 10 years, or he'd been going back and forth for 10 years. He thought that he had built enough good graces to where he thought that he could put his hands on a Romanian, right? Even though that Romanian was, he was wrong, but it's the culture of Romania to have pickpockets and drug addicts and, racist drug addicts and pickpockets taking advantage of foreigners, and then he's black, right? I know he forgets that he's black, sometimes, and other times he remembers that he's black. It all depends on who he's around and whatnot, right? Because he needs to know how he can chuck and jive. What kind of chucking and jiving he gonna do? So he hits a dude in supposed self-defense, because remember, different countries got different laws, different rules, not America. So he punches this dude right in the face. So me and a few others, we made content on it, because it's like, listen, if you black, because I got more experience in this than Kirby, right? Traveling around the world, way more experienced than Kirby, right? So when I watched the video, Kirby supposedly maybe getting spat on, and he swung, despite how he felt, he went overboard, right? Because if he was an intelligent, smart traveler who's been to Europe and has been paying attention to Europe, he would know there's certain things you cannot do as a black person in certain countries, even if it's lawful to do so because you are black, right? And so I made a joke. And the dude's supposed to be from New York too, supposedly, right? But he's a very thin-skinned. All right, when I say thin-skinned, it's ridiculous how thin this guy's skin is, right? If I knew he was that damn thin-skinned, I might have not made a video of him because he would get crying and stuff, right? So when he found out I made a video on him, just like anybody does, somebody tags you, somebody sends it to you, he gets upset. And he didn't get upset like a normal, social media dude and just try to make a video to like rebuttal what I was saying. Because everything I said in my video is in fact true. That's why they're still up. Okay, because this guy, Kirby, with the cowboy hat, Kirby, he tried to strike my channel down. He purposely tried to strike my channel with more than 3 copy strikes on purpose with intentions on terminating my channel. Now keep on, this guy done got spat in the face by a white Romanian. He get called a nigga on live by white Romanians. He get harassed and abused by these white folks, right? But he decided, because he was being criticized by another black person, he decided to take his energy, because he was on house arrest, sitting in the house all day, he had nothing to do. So he decided to comb through my channel, right, and look for any videos that had any reference of him in it and try to strike it. And then he commenced to go on his own live, right? Listen, the guy went on his own live like an idiot, and he commenced to bragging about it. Big fella, I'm gonna take your channel down, big fella. Big fella, you almost at 100,000. You see, this guy's at 300,000 on YouTube and almost 1 million on TikTok. If you got 1 million on TikTok, that don't mean nothing. I'm just trying to say, when it comes to YouTube, if you got 1 million on TikTok, you were a fan. And he's a dancing nigga. So, I mean, he can dance and he, spins and shit, and he looks weird. He got the super bubbly, feministic personality, right? That people like to watch, right? So, but when he's not dancing, people don't watch him because it's on his 300,000 YouTube channel. If somebody got 300,000 when he go live, you don't really have that many people watching him because he ain't dancing, right? And the only people that really watching him now, people want to see him get attacked live while he's walking up and down a road doxing himself, right? That's what he does because he doesn't feel safe to walk around Romania, you know, without going live or recording, because that's how hostile Romania is to him. But he decided to take out all his energy on black folks. Now, I was going to leave it alone, right? Because he hit me with copyright strikes. I immediately challenged him, right? Now, while he was doing this, he was making more lives using my profile picture, keep in mind, right, as his thumbnail for everybody to come see, which is fine with me because unlike him, I'm not thin-skinned. I'm not soft. You can go right ahead. I mean, that's what everybody on YouTube does, right? They critique people. They use their videos. That's what we do. We see young, big fella, right? Kirby didn't understand fair use and how YouTube works, right? Even though he bragged that he knows how YouTube works. So he got 300,000 subscribers. But the quality of subscribers are a bunch of white people who see him as a novelty. Because, you know, Europeans, when they see that white guys chucking and jiving, they're novelties, they're pets, they're mascots, right? As long as they stay in their place, they pets and they mascots. You know, you're cool, we pat you on the head, right? Which, by the way, it's funny. He was so offended by all the things that I said, but then turn around and start repeating the things that I said as if, you know, in his later videos, because he's mad now, because his feelings hurt, because them white people ass he been kissing for all them years showed him what they really think about him when he's not chucking and jiving and dancing and smiling for them, right? And sure, not all Romanians are racist, yeah, just like not all white Americans are racist, right? You see how they say, not everybody's racist, of course, but a great majority of them are, and a great majority of them are racist and passive racist, or they don't mind racism because it doesn't affect them, right? So everything I said in all my videos were true. And like I said, by the way, both those videos he strike down, they're both back up. Because once I counter-strike him, he had 10 days to take me to court in real life for it. And the thing is, if he would have took me to court in real life, I was going to win that. Because I know what fair use is. He thinks he's the only guy who knows YouTube, but a lot of us YouTubers who do YouTube, we know YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, my almost 100,000 subscribers are much more valuable than his 300,000 subscribers. I guarantee you. Because my subscribers complete sentences. His subscribers say, duh, FBA for life. Why don't you not dancing? Right? And when you listen to his lives, you'll see him get frustrated by the comments in his live. He's very emotional. So he reacts, and that's what I realized, right? While gathering all the information I was going to use for him in court, because I was ready. I'm like, come on, you're not striking my channel, big fella. Not at this moment in time. That's his favorite word. This moment in time. Big fella, diabolical. He tried to be diabolical. And then there was another content creator, Jav. He got like 2 pages. I'm going to put his thing right here. He also critiqued him, right? Being a black guy unaware of your place in European society, right? And he got offended at that guy. And he striked him. And then, you know, the guy called on his show and they had a conversation. And you know what? And I thought, you know, I was like, all right, you know, maybe he's not so bad. He's having a conversation with him. He wanted to have a conversation with me, but I wasn't going to waste my time. I'm busy doing other things, right? You know, because I know he just wanted me on there to help him, right? And the thing is, I already helped him out. The thing is, I made videos trying to shame FBA, because he's FBA, right, into helping him. Because they just gave Tariq Nasheed $160,000 to make a pseudo AI slot movie that they're all going to go pay again to go watch. I said, well, you got an FBA brother over here in trouble in Romania. He needs your financial support. I sent people to his page to join his page. I care more about him than his little FBA group because they don't care about him. The only thing that people watch him want to see, they want to see him get called the N-word while walking up down the street. They want to see the drama when the Romanians following him or harass him walking up down the street. That's the only entertainment. Or they want to hear him complain about his case openly before his case is done, right? Sabotaging himself in the Romanian public eye, which they've already sabotaged him already. They already know what they feel about him. Now, I believe he'll probably get off on this thing somewhat, probably pay a fine or whatever. You know, but the guy's been begging for money, you know, for quite a while since this whole situation started. I knew he was cash strapped, but even while he was cash strapped, he was talking shit to his subscribers about them being broke. Like I said, the dude level's arrogance is so high. I guess he don't need the money, so I did make 2 videos promoting people go over there, help him out, just off the strength that he's black, not off his personality, because he's egotistical. He thinks he's a lot more than what he is, and he can't take criticism, right? So, but I still, being a Pan-African, being a real pro-black person, right, I still made videos trying to at least shame his group to go help him out. They didn't even give a fuck. They didn't. The most of the people that supported Kirby in Romania were his white followers who are trying to convince him to stop talking trash about Romania. While he gets upset, he gives white people all the grace in the world when they criticize him. He do whole shows when somebody leaves a comment that hurts his feelings, but he gives all grace to white people, but he don't give no grace to black people. He don't give no grace to Africans. When he was talking shit about them all them years, he don't think we know. And when I tried to make my positive video, be it above board, going high when people go low, my comment section they thought otherwise. They was like, why the hell is Afro Think Tank advocating for any black American to support Kirby in Romania when Kirby has been disrespectful to black people globally his entire social media career, and now wants to not be diabolical, so he erases a bunch of his xenophobic crap, pretends like he has all these African friends and all this. I wonder if they're helping him out now, because based off comment sections of the videos that are critiquing him, no one likes this guy. Not even the white girl that kicked him out of the house when he was homeless. The dude is really not what he says he is. And on top of that, he's an asshole, and is ungrateful, right? And so I just want to let you know, he tried to copyright strike me. He tried to eliminate my channel, right? While still trying to kiss the ass of Romanians, still trying to capitulate the Romanians. See, the Romanians can do no wrong, right? By disrespecting him and his lineage. But when black people try to get him some good game, or at least use him as an example, the same way he does to others. You see, he pretends like he doesn't criticize other people and use other people's clips, but he does. We all do. Every single YouTuber does it, right? But somehow he thinks he's special, and he thinks that he has some sort of privilege and to use the white man's copyright strike to attack black people, when he ain't attacking them white folks, except for that one white guy. That's the one thing he shouldn't have did, right? But he got smoke for black people for sure. He would eliminate people's channels. After having a conversation with the other guy that criticized him, he sent 2 more strikes to his channel. After they agreed to have a conversation and have a video and everything, to do a video together and everything, he copyright struck them anyway. That's how petty Kirby is in Romania. So, I retract. I'm gonna leave the video up, but I retract my support for Kirby in Romania. I think Kirby in Romania should stay in Romania since he enjoys it. He likes being called, the N-word and being harassed. He much rather be with those white folks, right? That apparently, right? Per what he's saying now is they always been like that, but he was just hiding it. So he was promoting a racist place that we all knew was racist to black folks to come to a place when he knew, in fact, that the place was racist. He knew that the place was hostile. See, either he was ignorant for 10 years, which goes to show you, the guy's not that good. If you can be in a country for 10 years and not realize how racist it is, and not, talk about that at all to the people you're trying to get to come to the country, right? At all, not in any serious, not any, tactical, serious way. You didn't do that. Either you're completely naive, ignorant, or you're diabolical because you want people to fall into the trap of Eastern European and his super racist culture. You want black people to get caught up in situations like yours, to where they seemingly defend themselves but end up caught in a Romanian justice system for months on end, right? You want black people to be in the same situation as you. That's why you promote Romania be this wonderful, beautiful place that you think about living, without telling the truth about the place, right? The truth that you are now experiencing right now. The truth that any smart individual who's ever been anywhere around the world could have told you before you went there, right? The truth that everybody who could have 2 eyes can observe and see, right? So yeah, so the dude, after he sent the 2 copyright strikes to my man's over here, I was like, you know what? F Kirby, bro. Kirby deserves everything he gets. Anything that happens to Kirby, he deserves, because he manifested that thing in his life. He made that happen. There are a number of things that he could have done. He could have literally just not punched the guy and pushed him. Could have just pushed him. Could have kept pushing him. The dude weighed like 85 pounds probably. You know, even though Kirby is kind of short, but he thick. You know what I'm saying? He could have power pressed him a couple times. He should have kept doing that until somebody called the police. But no, he decided to throw them bows, because he was so in his feelings. He wasn't in control of his emotions. And that's one thing you can't be as a black person traveling the world. You got to be in control of your emotions. You got to understand that there are different rules in different places that you go. And that's just what it is. And no amount of American privilege is gonna help you, especially when you're black. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, so that's just because I know some of y'all was mad when I made that video. Like, why are you supporting that dude? I'm gonna show you that I can go higher. All right, because I see the bigger picture, right? But now that this guy has just demonstrated that he doesn't care about the racism because he'd rather be around whiteness. He'd rather promote Romania. He'd rather be more friendly and understanding and empathetic to white Romanians than black people who putting them on game simply because we talking shit. He supposed to be from New York. Can't talk no shit. You can talk shit, but you can't take it. No. So now on Kirby, big fella, at this moment in time, if you cannot take criticism, maybe it's time for you to get off the internet. Because if you're a public figure, you're going to take criticism. You got to know how to handle that. And getting off code and copyright striking people for their opinions instead of being able to rebuttal their opinions with your own opinions, that's cowardly work, right? And we know cowards do that. Like Anton Daniels does it. You know, there's various other cowardly content creators who can't take criticism, and they'll use the white man's laws in order to shut up criticism coming their way, even though they do nothing but dish out criticism. Anyway, it's all good. I don't, he ain't all that interesting if he ain't dancing or cooning on a cartoon level, right? So we'll keep looking at his situation to see if justice is served one way or another, right? But in fact, he doesn't need any money. He doesn't need you to join his group. He has plenty of money as far as he is concerned, so he doesn't need your support. FBA has already proven that they will not support him. They don't care about him. They just want to see the drama that occurs from his channel. And he's not honorable because when having a meaningful conversation with an individual, a colleague, he was, a social media colleague that he was, supposed to be communicating with, he still hit him with strikes. That's like some super weird white boy shit that he's doing, So white boy mind, black man body. That's what I see. Right, that's what we got here. So I'm capitulating to my subscriber base. And I'm letting you guys know what happened. All right. So I had to take off 2 other videos I had of him because I knew he was trying to overly strike me. So I'm smarter than him, so I knew what to do. I just took him down so he didn't have the ability to strike. But here's the thing. When you strike people, you better know what you're doing because you got to prove that shit. If they challenge you, you got to go to court. It's out of YouTube's jurisdiction once you rebuttal somebody's strike. You got to go to court. So you got to back up your intentions with your money that you got to pay your lawyers to go to court. So you better think heavy before you try to destroy somebody's channel because you ain't like what they say about you. If you ain't ready to go all the way, don't do it. Because I was ready to go all the way. And best believe Kirby was going to pay my lawyer fees. Kirby was going to, all his 300,000 subscribers on YouTube and all his millions of subscribers, they were going to help pay his lawyer fees. He would have been begging to join his group because he'd have been paying me. Because I know what fair use is. And most definitely what I was doing was fair use. And the other guy was fair use. So anyway, if y'all gonna be content creators, don't play with the unless they're completely stealing your video, not putting anything on it, and just running it like it's yours. Don't mess with the copyright. Don't abuse the system because YouTube will strike you. You can lose your channel for excessive copyright strikes because he learned that lesson because he was striking me and striking the other guy at the same time, and YouTube figured that out, and that's why he got a strike. So don't think there's not mechanism in place for cowardly individuals who like to use the strike button to attack people's opinions because their feelings is hurt because they can't rebuttal with their own thoughts. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn some, teach some. I'm out.
And in it to win it, unlimited under a minute, 100%. I give it until my shit is diminished. They call me Dennis the Menace, and all these niggas are winners. The way I tended the business, I should have had an apprentice. I think I'm getting the hang of it, controlling, maintaining it. Really ain't no explaining it. How advantage obtaining it early. This shit was straining me. Now my body's sustaining it. Bail miners complaining, cause now it ain't no containing me. Let me slow it down. Picture on the mound, make you play catch with these words that I throw around. I strike fear when I roar, and you know the sound. Everybody in this world avoid know what's going down. Talk style, but it really ain't a thing to me. More swag than a Kai in a Supreme hoodie. Hoping the universe still got a ring to me. Full power, I ain't even throw a beam for
Free Sudan. Boycott diamonds and gold. Free Sudan. Boycott diamonds and gold. We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.